In the quiet orchards and rippling rivers of Washington's Wenatchee Valley, a small family lived an ordinary life. Three sisters, Paityn, 9, Evelyn, 8, Olivia, 5, wove their days with school, laughter, and bedtime stories. Their mother, Whitney Decker, remembered them as having warm and open hearts. Their father, Travis, coordinated visitations. It was a rhythm every small town knows well. But on May 30th, 2025, a routine visit would become a nightmare. At 5 p.m., Travis took the girls for a weekend stay, scheduled return by 8 p.m., but hours passed in silence. Calls went unanswered. By 9:45 p.m., Whitney dialed police, the quiet of worry growing urgent. No Amber Alert, custody rules. A missing persons advisory instead, less urgent, less public. In those critical hours, the alert that might have saved their lives never came. 3 days later, tragedy surfaced. Off a forested back road near Rock Island Campground, Washington, sleep and peacefulness gave way to horror. A white pickup truck lay abandoned, on its tailgate, bloody handprints. Nearby, plastic zip ties, a disturbing signal. Then, 3 small bodies, bound and cold under forest undergrowth. Paityn, Evelyn, and little Olivia. Lost, stolen. The manhunt began. State Patrol, the FBI, local sheriff's teams, search and rescue squads, K-9 units, and helicopters fanned out across wilderness. Travis, a trained Army reservist, was now the hunted. Survival trained, familiar with these terrains. Wilderness here is stunning and unforgiving. Communities responded. In Wenatchee and beyond, people lit candles and vigils. School children drew pictures. Strangers donated. A memorial's first plantings went in. Pink, purple, green flowers. Symbols of children gone too soon. Questions followed. Why no Amber Alert? Custody protocols versus warning signs. Why had visitation persisted amid warning behaviors? Could a subtle alarm have made all the difference? Whitney's grief turned into advocacy. She said the system betrayed her girls. Mothers, fathers, viewers across time heard her tear-filled words, and something changed. Whitney's law would aim to expand criteria so children under threat by custodial parents could be protected. Thousands signed petitions as a testament to collective heartbreak and resolve. Meanwhile, the chase continued. Travis Decker wasn't found. No sightings, no arrests. The search narrowed by day, with covert strategy law enforcement indicated to nudge him into view. Reports surfaced of sightings, but all turned false. Drones and ground teams shifted to surveillance. Then came evidence confirming the snowball. DNA from the truck matched to Travis. The tragic certainty of a link sealed the case, but the killer remained free. The manhunt dulled from urgency into long-term pursuit. The valley mourned. A fund for the family blossoming past $800,000. Stories from friends painted glowing portraits of the kids. Paityn's curiosity, Evelyn's calm, Olivia's laughter. Churches held prayers. Families held children tighter. Community held its breath. Whispers drifted. Survivors and lawmakers calling for better protection. Mental health experts asked for better channels when parents show signs of instability. Time marched on. Spring melted into summer. The search throttled to assistance mode. Flyers and tip lines remained. The thrill of shock receded into quiet vigilance. Ever present, Whitney. She revisited the deserted fit of her home. She planted a small garden outside, roses for Paityn, daisies for Evelyn, sunflowers for Olivia, visual poetry for daughters who loved color. Her grief echoed. They weren't lost, they were taken. This wasn't a crime story. It was a rupture. Parents don't expect someone they love to become violent. Systems meant to protect could fail. Alert systems layered with conditions leave gaps wide enough to let harm pass through. The Decker sisters' story is a warning and an imprint. It remains unsolved. Their father, suspect, soldier, fugitive, remains unaccounted for. Alive or not, hidden or gone, no one knows. But their names now stand for something larger, for discussion, for trauma made public, for system reform driven by broken trust. Paityn, Evelyn, Olivia. Let us remember their laughter, not their absence. This is Echo Chamber Exit, where tragedy becomes conversation, and every story forces us to ask, what did we learn? What must we do differently?